Opposites cannot both be true. There are laws of logic that we all use every day, whether we are aware of them or not. One is the law of non-contradiction. Whatever is not true is false. That means that contradicting ideas cannot be true at the same time and in the same sense. The law of non-contradiction says that A is not non-A. My water bottle is not my scissors. The law of identity says A is A. My scissors are my scissors. The law of excluded middle says A or non-A, not both. You either are pregnant or you're not. You either are dead or you're not. Anyone who denies the law of non-contradiction has to use the law of non-contradiction to deny it. Because to say that the law of non-contradiction is not true assumes that the opposite of it, that the law of non-contradiction is true, is false. So you can't deny the law of non-contradiction. Avicenna put it this way. He was a famous philosopher in the medieval times. He said that anyone who denies the law of non-contradiction should be beaten and burned until they admit that to be beaten and burned is not the same as not being beaten and burned. The laws of logic, as they apply to our thinking about God. God is not non-God. That's the law of non-contradiction. God is God. That's the law of identity. And either God or non-God. That's the law of excluded middle. A self-evident truth is something that once you know the definition, it's self-evident. It's obvious what it is. So triangles have 3 sides is a self-evident truth. There will never be a triangle that does not have 3 sides. It won't be a triangle if it doesn't have 3 sides. Or circles are round. All circles are round. There is no unround circle. Same thing for all bachelors or unmarried men. You will never meet a bachelor who is not an unmarried man. It's just self-evident. But there are some objections. Pluralism would say that all roads lead to the same place. Can't many religions be true? And there's a very common example placed forth for this. It is 6 blind men and an elephant. Now, these 6 blind men actually grasp some type of truth, but they don't have the full truth. So here's what they say. One will grab the tail and say, it's a rope. Another touches the ear and thinks it's a fan. Another feels the side and says, this is a wall. Another grabs the leg and says, this is a tree trunk. Another feels the tusk and thinks it's a spear. One touches the trunk and thinks it's a hose. Who wouldn't? But there's one problem. They're all wrong. And there's someone standing outside of this picture that they're in, and they see that it's an elephant. Truth can be known. We don't want people to be blind. We want people to open their eyes. So even though these men may have noticed some element of the elephant that was true, that its tail is rope-like or that its tusk is spear-like because it's hard and maybe a little pokey. I don't know. I haven't felt a tusk. Anyways, so they have some truth, but they don't have the full truth, and they're definitely wrong. So all roads do not lead to the same place. The opposite of true is false. Truth does not contradict. It's either God or non-God. Jesus is Lord or he isn't. Christianity is true or it's false.